Glad to have you with us from Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. EA Sports College Football ready to roll in Week 3. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Gamecocks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the back. Taylor wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And he swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
Tight end now in motion. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Gets loose in the middle. He's at the tip. Touchdown, Mississippi State. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Sellers. Gets it to the back. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They go play action with Sellers. Rushes on him. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
That is a big-time completion for the offense. You have to give all the credit to the offensive line because he had all day to sit back there in the pocket, find an open man downfield. That was just way too easy for the offense. The defense, no pass rush whatsoever, and the result is a big explosive play for the O.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and missed that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. Sellers to the air again. Firing to the right, complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. On the option. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab in their space. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration.
He'll take a deep shot here. Picked off to stop the threat. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Buying some time as he moves left. He'll pull it down. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Taylor wants to throw it. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Buys a little time. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here's a gift to Bothwell. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Quickly complete. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll go to the ground. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Behind just tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Maybe some room here. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. It's complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Gamecocks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Throwing, Sellers. Moving out to the right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Again, it's Sellers. Throws to the back. This time he's got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
And he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
Keeps it on first down. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's a give to Bothwell. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Dances away to buy time. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
How about the speed and athleticism in the back end of this defense? They came after the tight end with conviction, and they land a huge hit to prevent him from getting the first.
Makes the grab. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's the pressure. Working the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The offense changing the play. Taylor wants to throw it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Calls his own number. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. The field goal is no good, but a flag is down on the field, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Wait a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 15 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Red Raiders who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Trying to set the tone with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Sends it back in motion. Taylor wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A tough 3rd down spot here. A lot of yards to cover. Field is condensed. Ball is at the 10. Handoff. Fluff Bothwell. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Let's it fly. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
Sellers fires to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Sellers through the noise. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And as a quarterback, that's what you want to do on these deep go route type throws. You want to put a lot of air under it so your guy can turn around, locate it, and then make the catch.
Yeah, and that's so hard to stop. I mean, I'm running full speed down the field with a guy that's this fast, and I don't know where the ball is and when it's coming out, and trying to make a play on it is extremely difficult.
Here's Sellers to throw. Looking deep. Finds space on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Makes it past the marker. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. It's complete. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. On the direct snap, it's Fuller. Got a little grip, got some room, entered to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't...
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. On first down, it's Bothwell again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense, and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Here's a gift to Bothwell. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback here.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth. Big man has it. It's a first down and more.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Taylor wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Has it! And he scored! Touchdown, Bulldogs! The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Oh, they're after him. Hard running there. Still running at the 40. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Throwing, Sellers. Working that wide receiver screen. Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Gamecocks! He got a step and just dusted the field. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Bringing it back. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Well, this has been a defensive war. You were just wondering which side could hang on long enough, but how about the defense coming away with a big pick six late to take the lead? You got to step up in big moments. You saw the ball thrown, you pluck it out of the air, you find your convoy, and you're off to the races. That is an outstanding game-changing play.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Taylor wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking to throw for it. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this 4th and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
On 4th down, looking to pass. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the 1st. The Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to Fluff. There's some room. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
On 1st down, it's Bockwell again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown Bulldogs! They move on top here in the 4th. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. On the option. Now the toss. Picks up the 1st down. He'll step out of bounds right at the the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now, with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Upstairs, he's got it. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And this to lock things up late. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. And it's good! And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
Under fire. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers makes the grab on the left. Line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Goes to the option. The pitch. Touchdown, South Carolina. They take the lead here in overtime.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he added the extra point. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Taylor wants to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
4th down to keep their chances alive in overtime. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Hello, viral.
Hello viral and on every platform. Everywhere. You're going to see it in top plays. Not one, not two, not three. Just continuing to count the touchdowns. This guy's been balling.
No interest in another overtime. They'll go for 2 and the win. Taylor wants to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. They did not get it, and they'll lose the game by 1. Pushed all the chips to the middle of the table in overtime, and it did not pay off.